All right, so we are now live. Let me grab the link here and post it into our Discord. Boom. All right. So there is that. And we got a lot of updates. Let me also make sure we're up and running here. Perfect. Hey Gary H, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. We've also got the one in the house. A lot of news we got to catch up with on Hero Wars. We'll get there in a second, one at a time. We're gonna start at the very beginning, I guess. But there's a lot of news coming out, so we got an exciting time, if you will. I'm gonna start by claiming some of the more basic items that they have left us here that I didn't claim yet. Let me see. I did get this 500 energy, but just in case I didn't, I'm gonna grab it. You got Kira, right, with her updates, and we'll be talking about that all very shortly. It's gonna be all encompassed in this Kira's Brawls event. So if you haven't been working on Kira, great opportunity to do so. She's gonna be getting stronger. Something we should talk about for sure today. Obviously, I think I claimed this actually earlier. The daily free boxes that we get, right? So we got that. We do have a couple things going on right now. Obviously, we got the Legacy of the Great Ones coming up down the line. Before that, we do have Vex's Adventure, and Vex is our new pet. We're going to be talking about that a little later. Kira's Brawls as well. And we will be talking a little bit about the upcoming calendar here that Hero Wars actually has given to us. So we will look at that. Hero Wars is kind of testing out this, like, letting us know events in advance. I'm kind of about it. Let's see what we're dealing with, though. I think one of these is a event calendar. That's not it. But yeah, so we'll be looking at this, scrolling down through it. Someone asked me to make a video on it. I'm not sure I will or won't, but we'll discuss it for sure here. If I have time, I will make a video on it later. I'm not promising anything on that, but yeah. All right, so we do have that. We also have the current portal anomaly event going on, where you do need to open a bunch of pet eggs. We'll get into that in a second. As people are hopping in, hey Anthony Smith, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Mr. Big, greetings to you. Nice to have you here. John Jensen is in the house as well. Hello. A lot going on in Dominion. We're going to cover pretty much all of it, at least today. That is the game plan, or we'll at least touch on it. We'll talk about it. We'll get through it. We're going to talk about it. You feel free to share your thoughts throughout the stream about different events. We'll talk about everything as much as we can. For everyone here. So I will hopefully also try to get more, videos. Some people are being like, drop some more videos and stuff. I'll try my best. I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll try to drop some more stuff. But I do like doing these lives with you guys and hanging out. So that is kind of, for me right now, the #1 priority. But let's also take a look here. So, okay, we got the event going on here. We got 2 events going on. Hero Wars is really kind of pushing this dual event theme, right? I mean, almost more than that. If you look at the season as an event, some people do, some people don't. Really kind of, everyone's different perspective, but a lot of things going on in Hero Wars. So first I'm going to start with the Soul Atrium. I'm just going to collect my Soul Crystal here. I'm not going to do any summoning, anything crazy like that. We're just going to collect it. We're going to hold on to it. I'm not really ready to spend any of those yet. I'm going to go ahead and claim some of these as well, the energy, but we do have these events that we need to talk about. So let's first rehash pet season, right? Obviously, got 17 days left, so about 3 weeks, a little less than that. My game plan right now is to hold on to the energy recovery and emeralds and leave them kind of in that for later, if you will. What will happen is after the event, this will go to my mail, as we all know. And so just kind of probably focus on just claiming the rewards that I can get now. But I will probably be leaving anything that's an emerald-related item, like this one right here, or energy retrieval. I will be holding on to for a future opportunities, kind of my current game plan. And I think the more that we know about the pet season, we do know that the Mysterious Island is all the same. And so what that means for us is that, I mean, other than, you know, if we have to choose one of these, we do kind of have an idea of what already exists. So it's not really the worst thing either. Yeah, so we need some more explore moves to be able to complete this castle to move on to the outer half. Yeah, I think basically we're kind of familiar with what's going on here. You can get a bunch of decent rewards, nothing crazy, but all of them are the same. So that's kind of helpful just to know if you didn't already. Other things going on right now. So obviously we've got this little sailboat here, the treasure hunt. Now this is an event. I'm going to join it right now by spending this amount of gold right here. But basically what happens is you get to open all the chests that are available. So if you're new to this kind of an event, or you're coming back to Hero Wars and you haven't seen this event before, which is totally possible, it's a newer-ish style that they've kind of dropped in the last year or so, maybe last year or two. Hasn't really been a big event. It's been every so often, not, you know, it's kind of more of a Hero Wars wants you to spend kind of event. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and claim this. Because of that, we do get some rewards. And I believe, let's see, we got it for another 2 days and 4 hours. So because of that, I'm actually not planning on claiming anything related to energy. The reason being, I believe we're going to have, I'm hoping that we have the start of the events that we're talking about here. And we'll look at it in a second. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm not going to claim any of the energy because I don't want that coming into my energy total right in the top right. And I don't want to basically be sitting on energy and not getting my free energy that I would get normally because my energy is over the normal limit, which for me right now is 190. So anything over 190, I'm just sitting on energy that I'm not building any more energy that I normally get, one per every 6 minutes. So I'd rather take the one per every 6 and hold on to these for later. So I will actually claim these ones here. These 3. Oh, never mind. We need to wait for more people to join. It's fine. So we got 4 out of the 5 available, and we've claimed 2 of them. We'll hold off on these. We're not in a huge rush. The other ones I don't really see as valuable enough to do for my purposes, right? The 4,000 emeralds for me just doesn't make sense. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm just staying off. This one again, I also don't, I'm not spending, money on this particular event. It just doesn't quite make sense to me personally to entice me to do it. So I'm staying off. I'm staying off that. That's kind of my hot take on the treasure hunt. I'm going to wait closer to the end of this deadline to claim those the free energy related ones in the Pirate Cove, which is the gold one, right? So I will do that in the future, just not right now. I'd rather wait, hoping for a better event. But it looks like, actually, now that I look at it, we've only got 2 days left. 2 days and 4 hours, and that's kind of aligning with what they have here for this pirate event. So I'm going to double check the upcoming schedule here before I make a final call on that, but it's very likely, as it is, I might end up just claiming those. We'll see. What do we got here? If you don't collect the portals in the portal event, will they go to your mail or will they be lost? So the portal event... Yeah, that's a good question. I don't quite know if they would get saved or not. My guess is they go to your mail, but they expire after a certain period of time. Usually, what I've seen is what'll happen is you get all your rewards sent to you in the mail, and you have a week to claim them. So in my opinion, it doesn't really benefit you to hold on to them, but I don't know. That's kind of what I've seen in the past, unless they've changed it in the last month or two, right? Because I actually did have one event where I didn't claim a couple of my rewards. It did get sent to my mail, but I had a 7-day window to claim those rewards, or they went kaput. So yeah, I would probably pick them up if you can, if you got a good clearing. And I think, yeah, so here I just started one last night and didn't finish it because we needed one more person, but we got it done. So I'm not going to complain. We got everything completed, and I'm going to go ahead and actually probably claim some of those portals to basically run through this level 130 auto it a couple times. Probably just what I'm going to do as we are talking about that. VIP, obviously, something you need to get some of these chaos particles for free. I think they're great if you are at that level. Spending emeralds, again, will get you a bunch more as well. I kind of would like to actually see bigger numbers on these for the amount of emerald you're spending, but that's just me, I guess. And obviously completing these will get you more chaos particles as well. So for logging in, you do get those portal charges that we are just talking about. But I don't believe you can just like hold them on your mail for as long as you want, sadly. I would love for that to be the case, but I don't believe that is the case. Let's see. Don't click the portals in the, yeah, okay. And he says, don't forget, Jay, we got an extra day for Elemental Synergy due to it not being released on time for web. So Facebook got that extra day as well, even though that came out on time. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that's true. I will look at that in a second here. The Elemental event, right? Elemental Synergy. All right, let's see. Hey, Francis, nice to have you here. Ooh, that was a nice pull. Nice to have you here, Francis. Thank you for joining the live stream. But yeah, wow, I will take those chaos particles all day long. Happy to get eggs as well. The only thing that really don't help me that much are the gems, right? The moonstones. They really don't do that much for me right now. Just given that, you know, I basically punt them and I basically hold on to them for a later time because I have to buy all the lower level ones because I never get around to it. But anyway, all right, powering up Axel here. Maybe I should hold on to them, you know, these chaos particles for the incoming new pet. But I figure that when the new pet gets released, we'll get an opportunity to pick up some more chaos particles as well. So I'm not really too hesitant to just kind of upgrade my current pets. There's no reason for me to wait, is my personal mindset. Obviously, I'm not advocating anyone do anything like that myself, you know, for yourself, but I'm going to do it just because I want to get my Axel stronger. And I do have a feeling that we will have an opportunity to pick up some more chaos particles before we get the new pet, right? Which is going to be Vex, I believe is the name. Let's see. All right, so currently we're here. We got Time of the Fearless and Portal Anomaly. Elemental Synergy. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Time of Fearless is done. Elemental Synergy. Legacy of the Great One's coming up. Scorching Days, Rainy Season, Creatures of the Night, and Kira Brawl. So, Creatures of the Night. Let's take a look at this one. This is going to be one of the more sought-after events. It's the one with the new pet, which is Vex, as I mentioned before. 7-day event. Very similar to events we've had before with the story adventure of the special map. Basically, got to fight opponents and beat them. And you can get a bunch of rewards. They really don't do a great job of showing more, but I'm going to go back to the thumbnail of the actual Vex. And so we can kind of see here, I'm not really sure what to make of this. I mean, obviously it's a skull, and it looks like he has like almost like a hand for a body. But interesting look. Maybe there's more news on that I just haven't seen. Totally possible. But Vex, that seems to be our new pet. Interesting look. The other thing, obviously, is going to be Kira Brawls. That's coming up down the line as well. A big event because we're going to be seeing some changes to Kira. And I will talk about those changes in a little bit, but they're mainly skill related. But obviously during this event, we'll be getting Kira Soulstone. So if you don't already have a strong Kira or you don't use Kira very much, you'll get an opportunity to get her stronger. Really kind of a straightforward here, fighting in Arena Grand Arena, opening up artifacts in the artifact chest, using those artifact keys, right? So holding on to keys, tower chests, and then obviously the win streak, which is super tough. I feel like they do have a pretty tough formula RNG wise for those brawls. So anyway, that is what we're looking forward to in the near future. But let's go back to the Kira becoming stronger, right? So her second and fifth, wait, is that right? Fifth skill? I thought, oh, ascension ranks. Okay, her ascension skills are coming. Basically, she's going to have an opportunity to revive once a battle with 15% of max HP, turning into an undead until it's over, until the match is over, or until the Kira gets knocked out. Very, very intriguing here. Now, one question I actually have, and I don't think I've asked this of anyone, I don't know if anyone knows the answer, but how does this impact Astaroth, right? So let's say Kira gets knocked out first in a matchup with an Astaroth. Does this mean that Astaroth skill is the first one that comes into play, or does the Undying Enraged Soul go first, you know? So I think that's something that needs to get cleared up eventually if someone hasn't already cleared it up. It's a big question I have, and probably a question I'll pose in a video if I get to it. But the other one is Blade Whirlwind. So here, right, Kira throws blades to the furthest enemy, which deal damage all the way through for 4 seconds on their way back. Now, once the Blade Whirlwind returns, Kira gets the Enraged Soul buffed for 2 seconds. Now, I don't really know what the Enraged Soul is. I guess it's this 15% of max health. But I think the main thing here is that you're going to be turning into an undead. So I guess you'll be getting some bonuses of an undead hero. We're going to need to see a little more info here, I think, before things become official. But I am excited to kind of see how this all comes out. There is a lot of questions that still need to be hashed out. Yeah. So Anthony, my understanding is that those items do go to your mail, but yeah, they do have an expiry date, as it seems you mentioned there. Francis, hello, nice to have you here. Anthony says, Jay, I read in the Discord that if you do not claim stuff from the pirate ship, they go into your mail. That is possible. I don't know for certain. I'm kind of scared to test that theory, but it makes sense to me, I guess. But I did want to just claim these because I figure I'll use them at some point anyway. But these ones with the energy, I'm a little bit more hesitant to just let go to my mail. I'm not sure how that works, but it would make sense that it goes to your mail. I'm just not positive either way. So I'm hesitant to do anything with it, if I'm being completely honest. Happy to hear Kira's getting ascension skills. They're okay, not great. I'm looking forward to hearing about the new pet. I think the new pet for me is kind of definitely more of a highlight than Kira getting her new skills, right? The ascension skills. But I do need to hear more about this undead skill, right? If it becomes if it plays out in the way that Kira gets 15% health, right? And even if she's not dead, every time that skill goes off, that makes her ascension so much more valuable. And if it's not impacted at all by Astaroth, and Astaroth still has that revive, that also makes her way more valuable as well. So there's a lot of questions I think involved with Kira that for right now, I'm going to hold off on being too excited about her. But I am intrigued. I'm going to put it as like that like exclamation point where you're like, ooh, kind of want to know more. But I'm not sold yet that she's going to be completely valuable to my squad yet. So that's just where I'm at right now with Kira. Whoops, we're going the wrong way. I meant to go to here, the Sanctuary, and pick up some more rewards since we have more portal charges. I got 6 now. We gotta spend some of those. But yeah, definitely not super, excited yet about Kira. Waiting to hear more. Waiting to hear more for sure. I am excited about Vex, though. I would love to hear more about him as well. But I think having a new pet may not be the worst thing. So far, Hero Wars hasn't really missed yet on a pet. I mean, obviously, they all have their different usages. But I think that having another pet would be beneficial to the game overall. So I'm for it. Let's see. John says, I'm hoping to get all the rewards right off the bat for Kira since I have her maxed out. I think that is very likely. Hero Wars really likes to have one section of whatever hero they're trying to promote. They like having that hero be a reward in the sense that if you have them like red +2, you get all of the rewards. And I think that you're a good candidate to do that if you do have Kira maxed out, like you're saying you do. Let's see. Hey, Rantop, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Let's see. I would be surprised if we don't have a level up task, if I'm being completely honest. I do think that there's often something associated with that, even within Brawls, because of these new, not new promotions, but because there's this like push to get certain heroes through, essentially. Like they're trying to put these heroes over, right? They're trying to make them more popular again, trying to get players to reuse them because certain heroes kind of, they kind of cycle through. Some people use certain heroes For example, I would say Ishmael was really popular at one point, then not really popular at one point. Now he's kind of seen a comeback. I would say, they like to kind of cycle through these heroes. Really hard to say, um, that they won't have the level up or item up. I would call it more of an item up stage where they're given rewards for getting leveled up of a specific hero. I think it makes sense. It would make Hero Wars a little more popular, I think, in the eyes of the players to have that, upgrading system be part of it. I think it would make sense. So I guess I personally would not be opposed to it. I'd be okay with it. I need to get my hero stronger anyway. But yeah, so that is kind of what we're looking at for some upcoming events. There's a lot more to talk about on those points, but I did want to get some of that initial conversation going there. So all right, so there's that. I need to upgrade my Iris a bit. I am working a little bit more towards upgrading her. I think we were finishing up Ishmael if we haven't already on glyphs. So he's done with glyphs. We also do need to work on Krista's glyphs. So back to work on the magic attack there. If we can get close to 40, I'd be... Oh, okay, we don't need to go all the way to 40. 39 is fantastic. We can go to 40, but we don't need to, so we won't. Let's also do some health here. My health has been a little lacking. Obviously, health for me with Krista is kind of vital, actually, when I look at some of my results in Clash of Worlds. I just find that the more health she has, the better she does. Not always the case, but with her, tends to be the case. All right, so we got some other requirements here. We're going to go ahead and look at the airship real quick. Let's see. Hey, Calnap. He says, I don't feel the Ascension improves Rakira so radically that she will be able to counter a bunch of her enemies. Of course, some more patronage could improve her. There are no upgrade tasks during Kira Brawls. I'm hoping that that's not... Well, I say I'm hoping it's not the case. I could see it going either way. I personally think that they should. I know that Kira Brawls on mobile, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look at mobile real quick while I am doing some stuff here. I actually thought Kira... Well, maybe I'm mistaken. I thought I saw Brawls somewhere where they did have the heroes also in upgrade. So it might be mobile where I'm just kind of confusing the two. But I would be okay with an upgrade task. I get that that usually is not the case on Facebook and web. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. Let me put it that way. Wouldn't be opposed to it at all. I think it would just be fair for the people who have been focusing on those heroes to reap the rewards. But hey, again, just me. We'll see, though. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. I would like for it to happen for the people who have invested in Kira. But hey, we'll see what Hero Wars does with that. Okay, so we are going to be kind of doing some expeditions here. Okay, so we got those out of the way. We need to start saving up some more keys. So bottom line, we need to do some upgrades. So we need to do at least one here if we can find one. Oh, yeah. All right, so we're going to upgrade Iris here. We won't do the other two yet, but we will do one there. That'll get us one extra key. Expeditions got us some keys as well. Pet summoning, not really looking forward to that right now. Upgrading Gift of Elements, that we will do, though. We're going to do Jet one time there. Good hero for us. All right, nice. Gift to friends. Gift to friends. We don't need to do that right now. Cool. All right, so we're going to do the tower real quick. Anyone else not getting notifications of the live stream? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Apologies if that is on my end, but I kind of don't think it's on my end. Either way, I don't love that that's happening. Incognito, I'm sorry that you didn't get the notification that we were up and running, but I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. But yeah, Calnap, I agree. I would like to see more of an impact with Kira's Ascension skills, but at the same time, I do think that, it's tough to come up with some of these Ascension skills. I would like to see, though, I don't know. I'd like to see how this Astaroth Kira thing plays out. I know there's a lot of questions. I don't think anyone's gotten an answer yet. But, I mean, that's got to be one of the top questions is what happens to Kira in a situation where there's reviving involved. And the other thing, too, is, like, I'm not really 100% sure, but when I don't think Astaroth should be impacted by Kira's ability to revive. I think Astaroth should work perfectly fine normally. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking of Rufus, right? And how when he gets knocked out, unless he's like knocked out by a physical attack, I don't think Astaroth's skill kicks in. Now I'm like questioning myself, but that is kind of what I'm thinking as well. Mr. Big didn't get a notification either. That is not ideal. I'm not really sure what to make of that. I'll have to look into that, and I apologize that you didn't get one. All right, so anyway, there is that. We ran right through the tower as we were talking. Let's see. Countdown says all tasks related to Kira Brawls officially announced in the community page October 13th. Maybe I should reopen that. I feel like I had it open. Maybe it's here. Kira Brawls. Can receive Kira Soulstones logging in. Emeralds. Spending. Opening chests. Fighting. Opening artifact chests. Opening tower chests. Win streak. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked them to add something for Kira to have been upgraded or promoted different red +2, but I guess they didn't see it that way. Okay. It's okay. All right. Kind of a bummer, but that would have been ideal. Calum says Corvus and Dante and Alvanor teams should be an answer to majority of Kira teams. Yeah, I mean, I also think that is also like kind of where they want you to go. They want you to start promoting some of these undead squads, which I like the undead team as it is. I mean, obviously Kira is a nice part of that, but if they're gonna make her part-timer undead, that intrigues me. I'm curious to see how that looks in terms of gameplay. Is it actually sustainable? Is it not? So I do have some questions relating the playability of Kira with her new Ascension skills, but I'm intrigued. I'll put it that way. I'm intrigued. I want to see how it plays out. I'm not going to say it's good or bad yet because I just don't feel like I have enough information. I'm intrigued. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say I'm like happy. I'm not going to say I'm sad. I don't know yet. I don't know. But it will be interesting to see, and they're definitely promoting the undead squad with this move. At least that's how I feel about it. They're trying to remind people about undeads. Looking here at powering up Axel. This Mira Pet Master event does nothing for me personally because I'm not willing to purchase this because I will rather just wait and grind out the portal charges, or sorry, not portal charges, but the chaos. What is it? It's the chaos. The pink ones, the chaos particles, chaos particles. I'd rather just claim them myself and take my time and get there. So that is kind of the game plan there. Pet summoning, I mean, you really don't get any good reward until you get to 70, and I know I'm nowhere near that. Ooh, I actually am closer to 70 than I thought, probably because of these portal charges getting me through there. Let's see, do I even have enough portal charges to justify trying to open that many eggs? I gotta look at this real quick. It's just so, I mean, I guess we can do this because we do need soul stones as well for the complementary event, right? The one that's going with it, the Titan event, which we'll look at in a second here. I just kind of want to quickly go through here and see if I've got any other portal related pulls in my mail. I do know that I used a fair number of them relatively recent for a different event. So I don't think I have that many stored up in terms of portal charges, but we're going to take a quick look anyway. Mainly energy stores. Yeah, I do like holding on to the energy. Okay, we'll open that. I think that gets us close to, yeah, okay. So we don't have that many, we don't have any right now portal charges other than the ones we just used. So we're going to go ahead and open up these 4 here as we are going. Francis, coming back at 15% isn't much for a squishy hero. Not sure Kira will be able to bounce back and make use of the undead bonuses. Speeding up her skill by 0.75 seconds is nice, though. Yeah, it is pretty short, I will say, though. Yeah, 15% for a hero like Kira, kind of probably not enough for her to be, like, sustainable. But, I mean, I'm not really sure how it'll play out. I mean, you're kind of, like, At that point, almost forced to put Dorian behind your Kira and hope that your Kira is about to unleash an ultimate skill before she gets knocked out. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. I definitely need to do some testing with that once the new Kira's skills, ascension skills, are unleashed. Really hard to kind of say how it will finalize. I think there's going to be some ways to stop her for sure. Because I mean, obviously, if you're silenced, I think she's easy pickings, right? If she's silenced, doesn't matter if she's undead or not, she's going down. Right? And I mean silenced by Isaac in particular. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not really convinced one way or another that's a great play. I do agree that speeding up her skills, though, that could be scary depending on how much health you have left. It's a lot of unknowns. It's really, really hard to quantify, in my opinion. Okay, 137 is how many eggs we're at. I'm kind of tempted to open these, actually, because I feel like we're close. But we'll go to Elemental Synergy real quick. Obviously, claim the VIP and the daily login. Spending, opening up soul stones, chests, energy. I mean, we'll look at the other heroes that are available here. I probably will claim all these. Don't need that. Don't really want the Trickster's Canes. I do like the throwing knives. That's an item I need a lot of. Lay off that for now. Hand of Glory. I need a lot of those. No. Satiable Wing. That's a tempting item as well, but I'm kind of going to stay off. Lion Armor I'm going to take. I'm going to also take one of each of these. Tower Shop. We'll take one of each of these. Lamort cards. I always need them. Pastor Seal we'll take as well. No. Sage Crown. Okay, we'll take the recipe, I guess. Since Leanne needs it. Soul Shop. We're trading in all the hero soul stones we just picked up. Diviner's Orb. Not one of my favorite items to create, so I'll pick that up. Shining Armor. Gonna need it for a bunch of heroes, it looks like. Simon's Enlightenment. Gets us closer to getting Krista done. Throwing Knives again. Yep. Egret of Nocturnal Cicadas. Pick up item for sure. No. And we do have a bunch of Bronze Guildward trophies that we're trading in for Titan Skin Stones. We'll save those for another day. Okay, so we got some nice little items there. We got some Soul Stones as well, getting us some more Titan Artifact chests. Let's see. Portal Anomaly. Let's see. How many do we need to open? 150, and we've got 137. Is that right? Am I mathin'? All right, well, let's just go for it. We're going to do it. 137. Hopefully we'll get some opportunities to get some more stuff. Hey, Rain. Let me see here. Do I like the Kira changes, or were they not enough? I think right now I don't have enough information to tell you it's enough or not enough, and I want to know how it works with other heroes. Right now, I do enjoy... Okay, I like the 5th power skill, right? The one that basically speeds up Kira, if I'm not mistaken. Don't want to be wrong here. The 5th one, which... Okay, once the Blade Whirlwind returns, Kira gets the Enraged Soul buff for 2 seconds. So, Kira throws a blade to the... Alright, so basically all you're getting is this Enraged Soul, right? And you're getting an upgrade on it. So Kira gets the Enraged Soul buff, right? So that means she's turning into an undead for 2 seconds. And she gets 15% of max HP. But my question here is, what if she's not dead or, needs to be revived? She's not dead or needs to be revived. Does she just automatically get 15% of max HP? If that's the case, this is a great skill. If not, then it makes me wonder, do we just ignore this first part of the skill? And now we're just getting her turned into an undead? Which to me at that point, it's like, okay, that's nice. And really promotes, getting undead for upgrades and stuff like that. But it doesn't really promote this first aspect of the skill, which is a 15% max HP. To me, that's, kind of a shortcoming of that, because Kira's already squishy as she is. If she gets 15% each time that skill goes off, there are times her skill goes off 2 or 3 times in a row, which means that's 15, 30, 45% HP. It's pretty good. But again, we'll see how it kind of plays out. I'm not convinced it's amazing yet. Let me put it that way. And obviously those numbers could be skewed depending on how that 15% goes. I just kind of did a standard 15%, right, where they add together. But if we're looking at it from like once that 15% is on, now she has 85% of her health that still needs to come back together, then 15% of that. Didn't do all the math specifically, but I don't know. It gives me room to say, like, if they give her health every single time her blades go off, I love it. If it doesn't, then I'm questioning it a little bit more. I think that's kind of how I see it right now. I do like Dorian's aura, but yeah, it is true that it's not part of her natural skill to just simply be gaining HP. So I don't know. I think if she gets HP, because she's such a squishy hero, that would be very, very valuable. Put it that way. So I don't know. I need to see how it all plays out. Right now, I don't love it, E-Rain. I think there's more to be had, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't love it. Incognito says Morgan heals all allied heroes when health drops below 20, so she should start healing Kira immediately. Assuming she's alive, yeah. Yeah, it's fair. Count that. Fair enough. Dorian with the undead and Kira. I'm pretty sure Kira's outside the vampirism aura. If that's the case, they need to change that. ASAP. They need to allow Kira to be in that vampirism aura. That's absurd. I don't use that team very often, though, being completely honest. And Cody says Corvus will also move Kira to the center immediately after Kira revives. See, that's annoying. Don't need that. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of right now, Irene. I kind of think it's not really the move, but we'll see. I'm not convinced completely, but there's some question marks, I think, with it. I'm not loving it yet. Okay, let's see. We're also hopping through this event. We gotta, let's see, we gotta kind of try to pull some more hero soul stones if we have them available. All right, so platinum box, no energy there. Sad. Maybe we're gonna open up some Agent Titan artifact chests, get some basic artifacts, and we can probably trade those in. We got a lot of gold, which is always good as well. Need that for Ascension and everything else, so we'll take it. 44 Theodolls. I will actually open those here. 34, 24, 20, 18, 20, 12, 8, 10, 2. Nice. Okay, so we got some nice rewards there. Let's see. Daily quest. Open up some pets. Yes, we did. Special events. We did get some soul stones there. What else we got going on here? Nothing crazy that I'm really trying to like push for yet. I do think I'll be able to get those pet summonings within 2 days, hopefully. And obviously, we got one more portal charge as we wait. So we got some stuff coming in the wings there. Outland, we got to open those up as well. Yo, Gujo, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see how Dorian and Kira play together. I mean, obviously, you know, a lot of you guys are saying that unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a lot of value out of Dorian because they don't stand next to each other. But we'll see if that, we'll see if they adjust that. I hope they do because it's just kind of a bummer if they don't. Being like, not a non-Cure user, I think it's a bummer. I mean, if you're a Cure user, you definitely want that vampirism coming into effect, in my opinion. Let's see, we're going to claim those skinstone chests as we are here. Don't really want anything there. Ruining Helm could be useful, but I think I want the Enigma's Chronicles more. Throwing Knives going to be essential as well. Lay off that for now. Daily Quest, cool. Special Events, Elemental Synergy. Hero of Outland, nice little pickup of some gold. Nothing crazy, but more gold is always helpful. The more the merrier. Got some Outland coins as well. Pet summoning really kind of like the only thing that's laying left. And let's see, I don't think I have any pet openings that would relate to it. So I'll hold off on that for now. Arena, we talked about that. We talked about that. airship. We probably still have that one expedition that we can start now. That's the 10-minute one right there. So we will do that right there. Yo, Gujo, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Let's see. Rantop says Morgan does some healing too. Undead every 8 seconds. Not sure how much that helps Kira in general, seeing how squishy she can be. Yeah, I think that's a big problem with Kira. She is very squishy. Obviously deals massive damage, but also can't take massive damage. So that puts her in a weird spot. Definitely puts her in a weird spot. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm kind of just intrigued. I want to see how it all plays out. But we still got a little time before we finally see how Kira gets, how Kira reacts to these new changes. Random says, my Kira is weak, but I do use her with Corvus and Morgan for the Asgard boss. See, now that is one area I think it makes sense, right? So if you turn her into undead, right, Guild Raid, you've got some of these Ascension upgrades, right, or these, what do you call them, gold buffs, right? These buffs, not gold buffs, but buffs in general for Osh, and I think there is something with nightmares, right? Feeling like there is something with that resilient, nightmares energy. Okay, that looks like something different. But I felt like there was something here that was an undead buff. Grants in permanent buff. There are 3 undead on a team. So, I mean, I don't really know how that totally plays in, but, Wakeful Undead is an upgrade that would help an undead squad. So maybe something that someone would want to consider. But again, it's only, it's 50 emblems, but you'd have to have 3 of those undeads on your squad. Don't really know if Kira counts, so maybe you need to have 4 in that situation, but I guess it would grant a permanent buff in that situation where she becomes undead, I guess. Not entirely sure. Let me claim this reward here. I did actually make my hit earlier in the week, and the reason that was because I wanted to finally get the 10 mil damage. I actually scored 73 mil damage on my singular hit with Isaac, but that was defeating the level 150 and going into level 160. So with the level 160, I would have probably done a lot less damage. John says there is a marksman buff and an undead buff. I'm actually not going to use any buffs. I say that, and then I'm like, maybe we should use buff. I'm going to grab this buff, this buff, this buff, this buff, and one more I wanted. I'm actually going to just go ahead and take the Keeper's Blessing. Should be good. I'm just going to make the rest of my attacks. These are going to be pretty weak, but, it's okay. We just need to get our hits in. We need to be a team player, and that's kind of what it's all about. So we're going to use Aurora, Twins. Iris, actually, is who I'm going to be looking to use as well. And I'm going to put in Yasmin. Very offensive, chunky team. So health going to be a problem for us, but just trying to deal as much damage as we can quickly at this point because my team is not very strong. But, it's not made for this kind of a matchup. It is a pretty solid, well, I would say it's a pretty solid team, but it's not really meant for this kind of a matchup. We'll see how it goes. If I can build anywhere from 25k to 50k damage, okay, we're over that. I'd be good with it. So, maybe we can get to 100. That'd be great. But anyway, not really going crazy with my teams doing too much damage. We've already gotten our 10 mil out of the way, which I'm happy with. It's rare that I even get 10 mil, so I'm happy that I got way above that. This level 160 boss is not the most friendly for giving up a lot of damage to opposing players. So, yeah, we'll ride it out. We'll see how this goes. I'm just going to get some hits in, and we'll get through that. Let's see. Kira's great at clearing the spheres at lower levels, Osh, but that decreases a lot as the Osh sphere armor goes up. I could see it. I could definitely see Kira being actually useful here with some of those weaker Oshes for sure. Antonio says Phobos does some healing too. Yeah, that's true. I think they did rework Phobos to give him some healing. Kira is my main damage dealer, so I'm excited to try this out. If you are a Kira user, I think this is let me put it this way. It's not going to hurt you. It'll just make your Kira better. At worst, there'll be no change. But I think at best there will be some positive outcomes from this Kira change. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of as a Kira user. I'm not a Kira user, but if you're a Kira user, this is only good news. There's nothing bad about how this event will play out for your Kira. Ascension skills are just gonna make you better. Everyone who has another like main starter, like let's say Yasmin as their main attacker, Kark is their main attacker, the twins, gonna be jealous because quite frankly, we all want our Ascension skills to come in first. So you're getting Kira first, which is great. I think that is going to be nothing but helpful. Callum says, I don't know if you will be able to run Kira as much against level 140 Osh, and subsequent Kira's force skill is in vain. Francis says, you need a strong Fenris and a strong armor pen artifact that goes off often. Yeah, I mean, this is just one of those things where like you basically need to be maxed out to be really dealing significant damage, and I'm not there. It's tough. I mean, level 160 I think is one of those guys who's just, he's a tough cookie. Not gonna beat him. I mean, we have a bunch of strong players and we're nowhere near taking him out. So I don't know. We just ride out. We try to make our attacks, and eventually we'll get stronger. That's kind of how I look at it. So yeah, we got our hits in. We got 73 mil damage overall. We'll take that every week if we can. Great Tree of Wisdom. I need a bunch of the orbs, right? The Eternal Seeds, excuse me, to keep upgrading, because that's kind of where I'm stuck, right? Everything needs those Eternal Seeds after a while, and you can't upgrade without them. So I'm just going to hold on to these Eternal Seeds. I'm not really going to push anything further right now on my Great Tree of Wisdom. But we will look real briefly at Ascension Spire here. We do have our Kark. He's done. He just needs those skill upgrades, which Kira's getting, not Kark. Sad face on that. We got other guys as well. We just need a couple more of these greater composure insignias for Jew to get completed. And Faceless doing well. Martha getting close. Yasmin, we're not too close to the Yasmin. We're getting there. We do have Ascension kind of going here for Nebula, already up to the 4th level. Kind of slowing down though. We need some of these bigger, the vibrant agility crystals, the middle one, which is harder to kind of come by. They also don't come by as many as these small ones, obviously. So it's tough. We're getting slowed down a little bit. Sebastian is also in that similar boat. He doesn't have Ascension skills though. So for right now, Nebula is the higher priority for me. I've got Lars going here. I'm not going to upgrade. I'm going to hold off. I can only do one upgrade anyway, so we'll hold off. Aurora, again, good spot. Not really trying to push her right now. I do have Isaac in a starting position here as well. And I do eventually want to push Ishmael, but I need a lot more of these agility crystals before I can really kind of make a run here. Same with Krista, but Lars is kind of more of a priority. I'd like to finish one before I go to the other, instead of having both of them be kind of the same. I don't know, just my thought process on it. I will actually upgrade one time here for for Cleaver, excuse me, and we'll upgrade here as well. I'd love to get to that second ability here, the Toxic Putrefaction. Hero pulled in by Rusty Hook takes a bunch more damage, 200% more damage than normal for 20 seconds. Pretty significant, actually, if you do some of the math and add that up. So, yeah, we'll be looking to upgrade that in the near future. But that's kind of where I'm at with Asgard. Guild Island, Gilligas Island with the Guild Titans. Anyway, so we do have a bunch of Titan Potions we're going to pull. I mean, at this point, I'm just kind of pulling them and holding on to them because you never know when we're going to see another event like we just had. My Light and Dark Titans, though, definitely getting closer with that Light and Dark event that we had. Rigel, right, making some strides, only 100 off. And basically my Super Titans are the only ones that are very far behind, but they're gonna get there eventually. Just a matter of time. Solaris, right, I can upgrade twice and get her to 119. Tempted to do it, but until I have her absolute on the Soul Stones, doesn't really seem necessary yet. Also, artifacts are way off. My Totem is also nowhere near, but Totem's not going to be anywhere near for a little while. We got some work to do. We will look at Titan Valley, right, and those artifacts. I'm not going to be opening any of these actually right now. Never know when an event might pop up they actually need them, so I'm going to hold off for right this second. I will actually trade these guys in, though, for some of the second artifact of our Light Super Titan. Let's take a look. Probably very far off. Solaris artifacts. Let's see, how many more do we need to evolve? Yeah, 1,500. Pretty far off on that. We'll get there eventually. I'm not in a rush. I'd love to get her absolute ASAP, but it's not going to be an overnight thing. Other than that, kind of just chilling right here. There's not a whole lot I can do to upgrade. It's going to take 613 of these trophies. We're at 437. I'm really like averaging close to like 100, 150 a week. So it's going to take a little while. Just got some work to do. 80 to 120 might be a big climb. Might be a big climb in those blue trophies. So it's going to be processed. It's going to be processed for sure. And that kind of runs through everything that we needed to get done. Unless I'm missing comments, which I don't think I'm missing too many. I'll look in a second. But we do definitely need to get some winners. I have the picker rule completely updated. So we will be looking at that very, very soon here. I guess I should open 10. I want those 300 free frags, so we'll take them. Let's see, you need a strong Fenris, yep. And Garnier says, I need 1,000,000 intelligence skin stones. I mean, who doesn't? You need so many of those dang things. It is crazy. A lot of these skins too, right? Obviously, just so many upgrades that we need to, well, I would like to get done. Everyone needs to get done. So let's see. Can we upgrade anyone right this second? That would be valuable. Let's see. Masquerade skin, armor, sure. Not super valuable to me right now. Sebastian, Lars, Aurora. Some value there. Isaac. I'm almost better off just upgrading Ishmael here. We'll just do one upgrade of Ishmael's agility. And we'll do 3 on the crit hit chance to get an level 6. Nice. So we got him a bit stronger. All right. John Jen said I added my name right before the stream started on both, so hopefully I'm on the wheel. If you're not, we'll add you. You're here. I don't see any problem with that. Let's go ahead and close this browser. We're going to open a new one. Safari is where I have my picker wheel saved. So we'll open that up. And John, we'll double check to see if you're on here. You should hopefully be on here. I'm not going to promise that you're on here yet, but we'll add you if you're not. So you'll be on here eventually, one way or another. John Lesson. John Jensen is not on here, though. So we'll add you. We'll add you right now, John. On both. All right, so we'll add you to both picker wheels. John Jensen. Whoop, John Jensen. Add you there. Which one is this? This is the... Oh, hold on. E-Rain. Let me know if you're on Facebook or web too. If you're trying to get added, just because I don't want to be adding you to the wrong one. That would be a problem. Because then I'd be like, oh, what's your ID? And then you tell me the wrong one, and I totally not paying attention. Send the reward to someone wrong. Let's see. Okay, file, open, edit. We want to open the Facebook one first. We'll add John Jensen here. Have it? Yep. Okay, we'll add John Jensen here. And we'll save that. So, E-Rain, you are on... I think you're on web, but I don't want to be wrong. So just confirm with me that you're on web. You're on web. Perfect, perfect. If you're on the Discord, you're good. In terms of the Sunday rewards, the Facebook one, or the Saturday rewards are always from YouTube. So please look at the YouTube video and make sure to put your ID in there. Appreciate it, E-Rain. But I'll add you. Don't worry, don't worry. Let's go ahead and open up the web one as well. We'll put John Jensen in there and E-Rain as well. 3393202. All right, so we got you both added. E-Rain and John Jensen. Perfect. All right. And Ray needs to be added to Facebook. We'll check that in one moment. Give me one sec. File. Save list as. Let's see here. Let's double check Facebook. Okay. Ray, I got you. You're good. You're good, buddy. All right. So with that, let's get our picker wheel going here. We're going to have 2 winners here, one for Facebook, one for web. We're going to have winners tomorrow again as well. So if you don't win today, don't fret, but the winners are chosen from the Discord side of things. All right, so that is how we will do this. All right, so first we'll have our Facebook winner for today. Let's see who our lucky winner is. All right, good luck to everybody. Let's scroll that up there. It is spinning. Let's see who we land on for Facebook. So the Facebook winner will be, oh, slow down. It is going to be Marco Max 4365. Man, that was close to you, Ray. That was actually really close to you. But hey, don't fret. You could be a winner potentially tomorrow. You never know. Let's go ahead and now hop over to our web wheel. We're going to have one winner here as well. Don't forget, we're going to have winners tomorrow as well. Game plan's probably going to be around 9:30-ish. Again, 9:30 to 10, kind of a shorter window, 9:30 Western time, Pacific. So basically 12:30-ish Eastern time, so right around lunch to 1-ish. So it'll be a short stream, about an hour. Our winner for web is going to be Maverick6190. So Maverick, congratulations. You are our winner for today in addition to Marco Max. Congratulations to our 2 winners. I'll be reaching out to you shortly unless you guys know exactly what you want. I will message you guys on YouTube or Maverick. You can let me know what you want as well. We will be sending those rewards out shortly. Just let me know what you'd like, and I will get you that. So with that, we'll be having our live tomorrow around 9:30 a.m. my time, so 12:30 Eastern time to 1 is kind of the game plan. It'll be a shorter stream. I'll keep you guys updated on the official start time, but it's going to be a shorter stream. It's going to be right after that London game where we have Buffalo. Oh, no, sorry, the Ravens. The Ravens are playing this week against the Tennessee Titans. So we got that game going on. So congratulations to our winners. I'll be messaging you on YouTube if you don't reach out to me, or you can message me on Discord. Either one's fine. We'll get everyone sorted. So congratulations to our winners. Maverick, I'll send you those shortly after this stream. Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. Again, stream tomorrow. Hope to see you guys there. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.